This podcast is brought to you by sleepyj.com/beats. If you need a beat for your next album, mixtape, or demo project, check out sleepyj.com/beats. That's SLEEPEJ.com/beats. Warning, this podcast may offend some people unintentionally, so if you get offended easily, you are advised to turn off now. And if you're still here listening, thanks and enjoy the show. What's up with it, world? It's your boy CBJ. You tune in to Sleep Talkin. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Thank you for checking me out on Sleep Vision and Sleep Talkin podcast. It is November the 11th. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. As I said before, I know I have been on quite a hiatus, and we are going to get into all of that. Before I do, I want to let you know where have I been for the last since episode 47 to 48, which was back in May to now. So first of all, I want to say I've missed you guys. I know it's been a while, and I apologize. I had just had a lot going on, had to figure things out, still figuring things out, but I feel like if I don't start documenting now, if I don't get back to it before I realize that I'll be a year without doing anything, and can't allow that to happen. So with all that being said, guys, let's just get into this. Where have I been? So from last time we talked, which was quite a feat because I was so excited to have actually done a full year of podcasting regularly, with very few days off, like missing very few episodes. And I plan to get back to doing that. And I apologize for all my loyal listeners that have followed through that journey. But I'm hopefully back, hopefully going to be on YouTube a little bit more, hopefully going to be in front of your face a lot more, not even a little bit, a lot more. And it's going to be quite a hard journey because with me trying to do all this, I have to do regular life plus all this in the meantime, and it won't be easy for me. And I know there's going to be times I'm not going to feel like doing this, so I'm going to do my best to do that. But again, back to where have I been? So the last time we talked, I had officially announced that I was moving to Dallas, and it was something that you guys knew I was trying to do. It was going to be a hard thing for me to do. I was doing what I call a Hail Mary. I do a lot of things in sports analogies, normally in football or boxing analogies whenever I talk about doing stuff. And I did what I call the Hail Mary, which means it's a 50-50 shot. It's either going to work or it's not. And what I did was I put in my notice saying that I was quitting. I'd let my landlord know, like, hey, I'm leaving at the end of this month. I let my mom and everybody know when, I dealt with all the emotions and all that stuff. And that's all, physically and mentally draining. So I had to take time off in May, from May to June, basically, to get everything in order. That's packing everything up, moving everything out, moving in with my mom for a couple of weeks, leaving my mom's house to come down to my apartment down in Dallas, getting accustomed to a new city, new house, and all that stuff. That takes time, takes money, takes effort. Even when I moved down here, I let a month go by, just kind of relaxed, didn't do a whole lot of anything, just enjoyed the fact that I did something I thought I couldn't do. The next month came around, I started like, okay, it's time to get to work. So I started going to open mic nights, trying to find my way into a nightclub so I could do my own events, once a month, doing an event, bringing in people from out of town, trying to generate my own income doing that. I met a promoter. He seemed like he was cool with letting me do it. The person that did the booking didn't seem to care for me because every time I was like, well, let me get next month. Let me get a month ahead. Let me get 2 months ahead. Always was booked up. But then I see somebody from St. Louis got a shot to come down on my birthday, which was a blow to my ego because back home in St. Louis, I'm somebody I can pretty much go somewhere and get a spot pretty easy. Here, I don't know that many people. They're not really working with me the way I would like them to, so that's a little bit of adjustment for me to deal with. So I dealt with that from like July, August time frame, trying to get a venue, trying to do my own thing musically. That didn't plan out. I was trying to get my t-shirt business up and running, which was vinyl cutting, which kind of fell in my lap. I didn't mean to do vinyl cutting. I've been trying to do screen printing, and the screen printing was a little bit more difficult. My wife bought a vinyl cutter or whatever, so we We did some vinyl cuttings, and that works out pretty well for us. And I'm decent. I know what I'm doing with that. I know how to do that pretty well. But putting that to work, and then trying to get the screen printing stuff going, I had to buy all new equipment or all new materials, and it's been an upward battle. Finally got it to where I kind of know what I'm doing. I'm not great at it, really novice, still figuring it out. Not comfortable with taking it on full time right now. I would like to, but I don't know what I'm doing. So since I don't know what I'm doing, I can't really charge people like I want to charge them. Still figuring it out, doing small runs here and there. So that was pretty much what I did, again, from July to August. September came along. Money started getting a little bit tight. Had to do some repairs on the wife's car. That kind of hurt. And I knew once I did that, I was going to have to get a job. So I got a job as quick as I could after I did a trip back home. Worked there hard for a month, realized that wasn't going to sustain us like I hoped it would. So I had to find another job, which is where I've been from in October. Found another job. This job was cool. In the beginning, I thought it was going to, had great potential to be great pay. Did not work out for me. Could not handle the constant writing, constant on my ass, telling me what to do, how to do it. I get when you learn a new job, you got to do certain things and you got to learn how to do it. But I didn't feel comfortable like being so aggressive, calling people and bothering people in the way that they did. I thought I could have got a lot more better results by doing it in another way, being kinder, talking to them in a more professional, faster manner than what they were. They had a very wordy script for me to read when I was calling them and doing. I could not do it. They really liked me there. Even when I went to get my last check, they were like, you had a lot of potential. Great things were working for you. Don't know why you quit. Felt like it was open-ended where I could have came back, but I just could not handle that stress. So I had to let that go. Now I've been on a job hunt for the last, month of November. I've been hunting, got a few irons in the fire, trying to figure out how that's going to work. But being that it's November, I'm starting to plan for 2020, which brings me to what I'm going to be doing. But that's what I've been up to, or that's where I've been basically, and what I've been up to. So that's two of the 4 questions that I had that I wanted to answer for you guys. But what is going on from here? What is my plan? So right now my plan is to find steady income for myself so that way I can do everything else. And in the meantime, while I'm figuring that out, whether it's, a sales job or doing whatever it is, I also know that in my free time, I have to focus on doing the podcast, making my beats, making more music, posting on my Instagram, doing all these things. And I'm going to do that. And I'm working hard to be able to do all that for you guys and be active for you. But what I'm working on from here, my plan from here, I'm working on, I made my, you can't see it. Well, you can't see it on YouTube, but I'm pointing to, I have a goals list, what I plan on doing for 2020. One thing I learned a while back is if you have a plan and you're more organized on your plan, the better. I've known that for a long time. It's common sense, I guess. I don't typically plan stuff. I kind of get an idea of what I want, and then I just kind of work at it as I go. But I'm feeling more pressure now, so my time has to be focused better. And I've had a few comments saying if you really want this, then why aren't you focusing on it as much as you say you want it? All the motivational speakers, they say you just got to get up and do it. You got to work hard at it. Kind of was a blow to my ego to make me think that you guys don't think that I really want this. So because of that, has me working harder in my time instead of watching as much YouTube or watching as many videos and things that I used to do in my downtime. I'm working a little bit more, making a little bit more beats, focusing on posting more pictures, more videos, everything that pertains to my music and me as a public figure, as an entity that's trying to make it as a musician, as a rapper, music producer, as a podcaster, all of that. So since I'm focusing so much on that, I had to come up with a plan. And right now I have my 2020 goals for the year that I've worked on. I'm working on a budget plan so that way I can get myself caught up on my bills as well as get myself out of debt. And so I'm doing a lot of planning right now. That's what I'm working on. That's what my goals and ambitions are. My goal is on my list, I have about 6 real goals. And the 7th one is just to crush all of them and excel at all of them. So that is what my plan is as far as for that. Like I said, most businesses, by the time you get to the fourth quarter, and we're full on in the fourth quarter, we're even middle of the fourth quarter now, everybody is planning for the next year. And so I'm planning for my next year, and I'm getting started now. The longer you wait, everyone waits to the new year, and that's cool, that works. But for me, I'm getting started now. It's November 14th. I'm starting right now so that way I can do my job and get to it. And with that being said, here is me working on my podcast. Here is me working on my YouTube all in one. So that's what I'm working on as of right now. The plan from here on out is to do a weekly episode of this podcast. And the reason why I'm doing so much to do all this is a collective effort. It all pays for my lifestyle. It pays for me to do everything that I want to do. Not the podcast, just me working on working on my Instagram, working on my YouTube, working on the podcast, working on my beats. All these things help me live the life that I want to. And because I need all of those things to be working for me to be able to do what I need to and what I want to, we got to work. I've read a lot of books. I've done a lot of self-help listening and then all that. And at the end of the day, the key to success is to do the work. There's no other way around it. Some of us are luckier than others whenever the luck strikes. Some people get it at 10 years old. They become a phenomenon at 10. Some of us happens at 55. I'm hoping not to be 55 by the time it happens. I'm working on it now. I'm going for it all. If that means I got to work a 9 to 5, come home and work from 5 to 10 on all this stuff, that's what I'm going to do. I'm dedicated. I mean it. I really want this. I really want to be able to do this. And what's really got me focused on it, because I do get a chance to look at my streams, I see how much money my streams are making. It's a very minimal effort. So if I can somehow or another get those streams up, that's going to help me out. I see the money that my podcast generates is very little, but if I can get more listeners on it, that's going to help me out. The more beat sales that I make, it's going to help me out. So it's all a collective. It's all a goal. I have a goal in mind. I'm trying to make 6 figures as an independent artist, as an independent individual. That's what my goal is right now. I want to have my own employees, my own staffing people, so that way I'm not doing so much of this on my own. But all that's going to require effort. It's all going to require some time and some hard work. And I believe I can do it. I know there's a lot of people that are doubting me and that don't think that I can do this. And that makes me work harder. I've never been one of the lucky ones that just lucked out and had the money at my disposal, had everybody that was behind me. So I've set forth some small goals for myself to make this work, like my t-shirt business. I'm not really taking a whole lot of orders. Like I said, it's kind of, a few people can hit me up here and there and I'll do a few orders for them. But I'm really focusing more on doing my shirt merch. And so if you want a Sleep Talkin shirt, I'm going to do those, and hopefully I can make 10 sales a month of Sleep Talkin podcast shirts. If that does well, I also want to do VMP merch, which is my record label. If you guys don't know, VMP LLC is my record label. And if I can get 10 of those a month, at the end of the year, that translates to almost $2,000 for me, which is far off from where I need to be. I need to do a lot more than that. But if I can just give myself small goals, that's what my mindset is, small goals. And if you crush those goals, let's say my goals are, being met every month of, I just need to make, 10 shirts a month is 120 shirts. So if I set that for the year, let's say I do 20 of them a month, the goal is 120 or 220, 240, whatever. Yeah, it's 240 shirts that I wanted to sell a month or for the year. It's not that lot. It's not that much whenever you break it down per month. Your goal for the month is 20 shirts. All right, cool. If I hit 20 in this month, let's say in December I hit 20, great. I crushed that, or I made that goal. But let's say I sell 22, crush the goal, beat the goal. But in January, let's say I only sell 17. I'm a little bit behind, but at least I'm working towards that goal. The next month, let's say I do 25 shirts. I made up for what I lost in January. I'm moving up in February, and that's the goal. You know, slowly moving up the goal and continue to crush it. If you can do that, then you'll be doing fine. And that's what my goal is. I've helped out a lot of people over the years, trying to show them what to do because I've seen so much of the content, seen so many of these people talk about what needs to be done for it to work. And I'm always giving the advice, but I don't necessarily take my own advice. Right now, I'm taking my own advice. Got my plan set up for next year. I'm working on it. Right now, I have 430 followers on my Instagram. Last week, I had 425. I've been posting 3 times a day, getting a lot of interactions between comments on things that I'm leaving on other people's pages or they're leaving on my page. I'm getting more people following me, things of that nature. I'm working on it. I know it right now, Instagram is changing the algorithm and everyone's saying that the days of organic reach is not there. Probably so, in the sense that you can't just post something and people are going to find you and follow you. So it takes a little bit more work of you actually commenting on different people's pages, you know, hashtagging certain things that people are going to find and look for you with. So you have to do the work. Again, there's no shortcut to success other than to do the work. So I'm doing that kind of work right now. When I post my beat videos, I got beat producers commenting. I respond to all those comments, and then maybe I go through some of their friend list and I find some of their people that they have, listen to a rapper. Oh, I like their music, tell them they did a great verse, working on that, building on that connection with them. Hopefully that person sees that I've commented, liked a bunch of their pictures. They in turn go like a bunch of my pictures. Maybe they go ahead and subscribe because they found out that I had a lot of beats. That's what I'm doing. This is how I'm building mine up from the ground up. I've also opened up a SoundCloud account for my beat store, which is VMP LLC. If you want to listen to some of the beats I have, my YouTube channel has some of the beats that I have. I'm uploading one of those a week. If you check on my beat store, VMP or sleepyj.com/beats, and inside there, I'm uploading 1 beat a week. I get it looks kind of weird because I might finish a beat that I made, let's say in July or June or January or whatever, and I posted it up on Friday this week. It just, to me, I date it when I created it, so I know when I created it. When it gets finished is not whenever I export it. I mean, it gets exported whatever day I upload it or whatever, but it's for me to know whenever it was made, so that way I know the original creation date of that. But it gets, so I know if anyone's looking at it, it's like, you know, the beats are, you know, some of them might say from the November and some of them might say from August after the fact. So that's why the organization's a little bit off. But nonetheless, I'm out here working. I'm grinding to get to what I want. I'm not going to go through all my goals. If you guys want me to go through my goals of what I want to do, I will do that. As far as for the podcast, I know you guys listen to me for my music reviews or to talk about things that are in media. I'm not going to do that today, and I apologize for not doing that for you guys. I just wanted to touch base with you guys on what I've been doing, what I'm working on, and where I've been. Hopefully, I'll be back next week with episode 49, working our way to 50. Building up this platform again, getting you guys involved. Again, I need you guys commenting, liking, subscribing. I need you guys sharing. I need you guys doing everything to help me be seen and heard by more people. The more you guys help me out, the more I can do and the more I can be seen. Otherwise, I'm just hitting a dead fish. But, man, it feels good to be back. Oh, also, I know when I was talking about where I've been, I didn't mention this, but I did have another podcast I started with my cousin Rudy. He also goes by Psycho or whatever, I don't know. But on Coach Rudy or Coach Rudy V or whatever. Anyways, I had another podcast. If you want to look it up, you can. It only had a few episodes, But I did start another podcast called The Know-It-Alls. We talked about football predictions and things like that. We only got like 3 or 4 episodes in before it kind of just fell. And it didn't fall because we didn't want to continue to do it. It fell because, again, I told you, I've been going through hard times. 1 foot forward, 2 steps back. Since I've been here, I'm trying to stay afloat. But I didn't have time to record it. He started working, so we've been struggling to get through it. But eventually, I think we're going to get back to doing that. So I'll not only have this podcast as far as for Sleepy J or Sleep Talking and talking about things of pop culture and music and things like that, but I also have that one to get back to. But right now, like I said, I've had fun doing a lot of different things, and I'm trying to find my way and figure out where I land on this. And I hope you guys are going to bear with me and watch me as I grow and watch me as I do this. And again, 2020, I got a lot of big things planned. I will do a video probably closer to 2020, letting you guys know all of those goals and ambitions that I have. But in the meantime, right now, like I told you, I have 430 followers on my Instagram. I am chasing to get 1,000. That is my goal, is to get 1,000. Once I get 1,000, then I'm going to be working to get 2,000. That's how I'm working. Small steps to get to the big picture. So one of my big goals for this year is to get 10,000 followers and subscribers. Followers on my Instagram, or subscribers, or yeah, followers on my Instagram, subscribers on my YouTube, all of it. I plan on making beat videos. I'll be doing rap videos and me just rapping. Music videos will be coming this year. I've got a lot of things in store. I don't know where I'm going to find the time or the energy to do it, but I'm going to work hard at it. Sorry if I got wordy. Sorry if I got rambly. Just a lot of things that I wanted to work on. Hope you guys are going to be here for the ride. I salute you guys. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. And I'm sending you guys away with peace, love, positivity, positive light, positive vibes, all that good stuff. Until next time, take it easy.